people get off the elevator and come into our lobby, their first thing they're going to see is the Ruan truck. As you can see, it has the number 1932 on the front fender. That's the year that Ruan was established. John Ruan started with one truck. There's a story there that needs to be told, and like many of our members, we tell their story here in Washington at the highest volume. So this is really the beginning of many people's experience with our industry, seeing this truck, understanding that story, they begin to become familiar with trucking. So the stories that are behind a truck like Ruan's is something that we really want to capture, and really is the essence of what ATA is here in Washington to do.
This project started in the spring of 2022 in a conversation between Elizabeth Barna at ATA and Dan Van Alstine here at Ruan. Dan approached me and asked me to brainstorm a few ideas about how we might accomplish the project. After we identified a donor truck for the project, my first call was to our partner, Fitzgerald Collision and Repair, based in Livingston, Tennessee. Robert Fitzgerald, Melissa Talent, and the FCR team continued brainstorming various ideas for the project. After a few rounds of design, the final mock-up was approved in late June, and the donor truck was delivered to FCR in mid-July. The FCR team made a trip to Washington, D.C. to review the space and finalize measurements, then they got to work. The donor unit was completely stripped and disassembled in the FCR shop. They removed the engine and transmission, they cut 6 foot off the frame and removed 1 axle. The body and frame were repainted, then everything was packed for shipment to D.C. In mid-August, a team of 8 from FCR transported the disassembled unit in 2 trailers, traveled 600 miles, unloaded at the ATA headquarters building, and made more than 25 trips up the freight elevator to the 8th floor. Working in shifts over 24 hours, the team reassembled the unit from the frame rails to the custom interior dash and grille. Thanks again to the team at Fitzgerald Collision and Repair. The entire project, from the initial concept to the final installation, exceeded our expectations.